When people think of powerful or influential animals, they often picture lions, eagles, or sharks, symbols of strength, majesty, and domination. Rarely does the humble frog hop into that mental image. Yet, frogs deserve far more credit than they receive. Despite their small size, frogs are ecological powerhouses, evolutionary marvels, and cultural icons. Their biological complexity, environmental significance, and survival strategies make them not only fascinating but essential to the balance of the natural world. This essay argues that frogs are, in many ways, the underrated kings of the animal kingdom, quiet rulers whose contributions to ecosystems, science, and even human health are immeasurable. Frogs have been around for a very long time. They first appeared over 250 million years ago during the Triassic period, predating many of the animals we consider dominant today. Their evolutionary success is not just about longevity. It's about adaptability. Frogs can be found on every continent except Antarctica, thriving in rainforests, deserts, alpine meadows, and even urban areas. This adaptability speaks volumes about their resilience and versatility. They've evolved in thousands of different ways to fit into ecological niches around the world, showcasing one of the widest ranges of morphological and behavioral diversity among vertebrates. In terms of biological design, frogs are truly astonishing. Their skin serves as both a respiratory organ and a protective barrier. Many species can breathe through their skin in addition to their lungs, a trait that allows them to survive in water and on land. Their permeable skin also makes them highly sensitive to environmental changes, turning them into real-time indicators of ecosystem health. Scientists frequently refer to frogs as bioindicators, because when frogs start disappearing from an area, it usually means something is wrong, whether it be pollution, disease, or climate stress. In this way, frogs are not just part of the ecosystem, they're messengers from it. Their reproductive strategies are equally fascinating. Unlike many animals that give birth to live young or lay hard-shelled eggs, frogs often lay hundreds or thousands of jelly-like eggs in water, maximizing their chances of species survival. Their life cycle, from egg to tadpole to adult frog, offers one of the clearest examples of metamorphosis in the animal world. This process not only showcases the marvel of biological transformation but also provides essential nutrients and support for other parts of the food web during each stage of development. Tadpoles help keep water bodies clean by feeding on algae, while adult frogs control insect populations, playing dual roles in both aquatic and terrestrial ecosystems. Speaking of insects, one of the most practical contributions frogs offer to the environment and humanity is pest control. A single adult frog can eat hundreds of insects in one night. This makes them natural allies to farmers and gardeners, especially in the fight against pests like mosquitoes and crop-damaging bugs. Unlike chemical pesticides, frogs pose no harm to soil, water, or non-target organisms. In ecosystems where frog populations have declined due to pollution or habitat loss, the result is often an increase in insects and related issues such as crop failure and disease transmission. Thus, frogs provide invaluable ecosystem services that benefit humans, agriculture, and wildlife alike. Frogs also have a surprising role in medicine. Compounds found in frog skin have led to the development of antibiotics, painkillers, and even treatments for conditions like high blood pressure and cancer. The alkaloids secreted by certain poisonous frog species have been studied for their potential in creating non-addictive pain medications. The versatility and potency of these natural chemicals reveal the hidden pharmaceutical treasure troves frogs carry within their tiny bodies. In a world increasingly facing the challenge of antibiotic resistance, frogs may hold some of the keys to future cures. But this potential is at risk, as many of the species that carry these beneficial compounds are endangered. The cultural significance of frogs should not be underestimated either. From ancient mythology to modern animation, frogs have hopped their way into human stories, beliefs, and imaginations. In ancient Egypt, the frog-headed goddess Hecate was associated with fertility and childbirth. In Chinese culture, the frog is considered a symbol of good fortune and healing. Across Native American traditions, frogs often represent transformation and cleansing. Even today, frogs are used as mascots, characters, and metaphors in countless stories, cartoons, and idioms. Their presence in folklore around the world demonstrates their universal appeal and symbolic power. Despite their understated appearance, frogs have inspired creativity and meaning across human history. Yet, for all their importance and influence, frogs are among the most threatened animals on the planet. According to the International Union for Conservation of Nature, IUCN, over 1/3 of all amphibian species are at risk of extinction, with frogs making up the majority of that number. Habitat destruction, pollution, climate change, invasive species, and a deadly fungal disease known as chytridiomycosis have decimated frog populations globally. This is not just a loss of biodiversity, it's a loss of ecosystem stability. When frogs disappear, entire ecological chains unravel. The ripple effects are profound, and yet, their plight often receives less attention than that of more charismatic animals like tigers or elephants. Part of the reason frogs are underrated may lie in their appearance. To the untrained eye, frogs can seem slimy, strange, or even unpleasant. They lack the majestic posture of big cats or the raw power of raptors. But beauty and greatness come in many forms. The glass frog, with its translucent skin, reveals its internal organs like a living biology lesson. The red-eyed tree frog stuns with its vivid coloration, used to startle predators. The waxy monkey frog can survive dry conditions by secreting a protective coating and basking in the sun. These are not simple creatures. They are engineers of evolution, shaped by millions of years of selective brilliance. Frogs also embody a sense of duality that makes them unique. They are both aquatic and terrestrial, predator and prey, quiet and vocal. Their croaks and calls form a natural symphony in forests and wetlands, signaling rain, mating, or warning. These calls vary dramatically between species, some melodic, others jarring. But each serves a critical function in communication and reproduction. In fact, scientists often use frog calls to survey biodiversity in remote areas, highlighting yet another way these amphibians contribute to our understanding of the natural world. In recent years, there's been a growing movement to raise awareness about amphibian conservation. Scientists, environmentalists, and educators are working to protect habitats, fund breeding programs, and spread public knowledge about the importance of frogs. Citizen science projects now allow everyday people to help monitor frog populations by recording calls or observing sightings. Zoos and aquariums play vital roles in breeding endangered species and educating the public. But despite these efforts, the scale of the threat remains massive. Without continued and expanded support, we risk losing not just individual species, but entire branches of amphibian evolution. Perhaps the most compelling reason frogs are the true kings of the animal world lies in their role as silent stewards. They are not apex predators, nor do they command vast territories. Their power is not in domination but in balance. Frogs keep insects in check, feed larger animals, and fertilize ecosystems with their waste. They maintain equilibrium with remarkable efficiency, never taking more than needed, never leaving more than necessary. This humble existence, far from weakness, is a form of ecological leadership, an invisible hand guiding the harmony of nature. Frogs also represent resilience. In a world constantly reshaped by natural disasters, human expansion, and climate disruption, frogs are survivors. They've weathered mass extinctions, ice ages, and asteroid impacts. Yet now, in the Anthropocene, their fate lies in our hands. Will we recognize their value before it's too late? Or will the croaking chorus that has echoed across millennia fall silent on our watch? Their story is not just one of biology or ecology. It's a story about how we view the natural world. Do we only value what's big, flashy, or economically beneficial? Or can we learn to appreciate the subtle, the small, and the system sustainers? Frogs challenge us to rethink what it means to be important in the animal kingdom. Their quiet contributions, layered complexities, and quiet nobility make them icons of life's interconnectedness. In conclusion, frogs are not just another group of animals. They are foundational to ecosystems, pioneers of evolution, and contributors to human advancement. Their lives touch ours in ways most people never realize, from the food we grow to the medicine we use to the stories we tell. And yet, they are slipping away under our watch. It is time we give frogs the respect they have long deserved, not as curiosities but as kings, underrated, uncelebrated, and utterly essential.